Greetings, my name is Eric Leatherwood, and I'm going to do a little explication of Kintsugi Master, which appears in this edition of the current Indigo publication by William Carey University. A little bit of context that might help when thinking about Kintsugi and what it is in the poem is that you first probably need to know that it's a Japanese art form that salvages broken or fractured pottery, ceramics, china, basically taking the repaired piece of art, the damaged piece of art, and repairing it using either liquid gold or liquid silver. The two parts of the Japanese word, kin is gold and sugi is repair. There's an article on this by Stefano Carnazzi that really puts it in interesting terms. He talks about how a damaged piece that maybe in the West would be discarded or thrown away actually can become more valuable through this art form. The damage is actually highlighted. It's more considered more refined because of the repair. And I really like the way he puts it. He says it's an art of precious scars, and that these scars are not really something that you want to hide, but instead the scars are something that are to be highlighted and displayed with a certain amount of pride. Another bit that you may want to know about the origin of this poem is that my brother-in-law has cardiomyopathy, and it's really a heart condition that a lot of elderly folks have. He was relatively young in his early 20s when he contracted this or was diagnosed with it. And one of the things that I started doing was looking at what cardiomyopathy was. I had no idea. And one version of cardiomyopathy turns out was Takotsubo cardiomyopathy. This particular type of cardiomyopathy is a sudden temporary weakening of the heart muscle caused by emotional stress, such as the death of a loved one, a breakup, or a rejection of a partner. I'd not heard the medical term of this, but I had heard of a syndrome called broken heart syndrome. So that was one of the things I was thinking about. The other things that I was thinking about during the initial development of this poem were two particular scripture passages, one from Jeremiah 18, where it discusses how a potter can find a work that he doesn't consider very good and kind of tear it down and build it back up again into something that he finds more acceptable, as well as in the New Testament, the Romans 5, 1 through 5 passage where Paul is talking about the way that Christ sort of salvages our brokenness, redeems our fall, and puts us back together in a more unbelievable way than we could possibly even imagine. So it seemed kind of natural, given the Japanese medical terminology and the Japanese art form itself of Kintsugi, to use the haiku form of poetry to talk about these things. So here we go. Kintsugi Master. Ordered disrupted, the broken vessel mended, golden transcendence. By your hand and heart restored, beautiful damage more valued with time.